Kia ora from Aotearoa. It's Poppy here, and I am talking about the new NIGHTWAVE, which has just begun. This is NIGHTWAVE 142 in 12 Alligator, and this is all in reference to the 9-day codes within the 9th wave, time waves of unitary consciousness of the sacred Mayan calendar. So this is very much a carry-on from the day wave, except it's going to be even more internal than the day wave, which was so much about meditating and returning to the dream of abundance for all beings. So much justice energy in both the day wave and the night wave. So we have quite an extended period of these energies, which is quite exciting because actually seeing things change in the outer world, but all starts within our inner worlds. And so when we're in a night wave, it is a very internal kind of process. Like, I see the day and the night is very much like the day is like the in-breath, where it's very active, you're bringing in all of this stuff and things are happening, and the out-breath is just like a let go and an integration. So and the day wave is 18 days and the night wave is 18 days, so the whole wave is 36 days. Yep. So 12 Alligator, more energy is present to birth the realization of our beings. We already are, but we need to, it's almost like we can recognize or we can realize our being, the truth of who we are, really. Getting to know ourselves deeper and deeper. So most of this night wave is within the trecena of night, and then the day wave was a day wave of night. So this birthing is coming through our dreams and meditations within nature's embrace, both she, meaning nature, and we are rising up in vibration as her ways take precedence over what has controlled and usurped her wills and ways and those of the natural world. And if you're quite sensitive, you'll notice that there are new dynamics. Things can happen and evolve very, very, very quickly now with the quickening of time. Our mental processes are cumbersome and slow, so we really need to be in this state of being, which is it's quick and it's energetic. So this era of the 9th wave of unitary consciousness is a time where the old ways of striving to survive are crumbling away and fully supported by nature's way. So we really are going to be learning more and more and more how to return to nature's way. We have moved away a lot, so it's quite a process of evolution and learning and growing. Due to our growth and maturing by the light of the source codes that come through the sun, we are more than ready to break free from the holds of the old world and ways. I know I certainly am. So justice and correction, are in the mix of these source energies as the night wave begins on the 12th day of the dog trecena. And, that's kind of like the maturity where the seed is ready. And so the dog holds the energy of true love and heart and loyalty for true soul tribe. Soul tribe may continue to grow as we find our truly loving allies who are also dedicated to nature's dream of true abundance that is available to all once the holds of the old ways are released through our conscious awareness. So consciousness just is, but we realize, and so that makes us more conscious about consciousness itself. More people are now returning to their source connection as the drama and chaos of the old world breaking down evolves, and the results of justice are speeding up and revealing who is for us in nature's ways and who are not. So stay true and birth and be you. All is well here within this unitary, within this unified field of consciousness. There's so much that's coming in and broadcasting from the outer world that is trying to convince people that it is not well and that there's dangers and threats, and it's just the old game of fear and our emotions being fuel So I'm going to break down each day as we go through and how it all fits in to this night wave. So night 2 is in 13 wind, and this is the honest expressing that comes through our spirit within, our in-spirit oration. So that means from the spirit we speak, and it is the foundation for living that ascends us higher in frequency and being true to ourselves and others. And then we're moving right straight into that new trecena of night. So that's 13 days within 18 of this night wave, which are again dreaming mother's dreams. So dreaming and meditating with solutions, nature to dawn with our awareness, so that we are aligned with the wills and ways of source and nature. So solutions dawn from in us. Then we have 2 seed, viable seeds we have planted in our lives are germinating to produce authentic expressions of our true being. And the non-viable seeds, the ones that are created on illusion or untruth, they simply can't grow. So this is just in nature. So as the dynamics change, what is viable, what has got substance, will continue to grow, and what isn't will just die off. And then we have 3 serpent in night 5. So energy is activated to grow and be with a quickening of time frequency. So the serpent is very much like the time waves, the movement of time, the sign-like serpent wave motion. It's very connected to time, new dynamics form that we adjust to and live by. So wisdom to be is innate within us, which is activated to flow in divine timing. And then 4 death is night 6, and our transformation is creating new structure through many dimensions, including within our physical bodies, which is actually like the densest part of our reality and the slowest part to catch up. So when we've done a lot of inner work, our bodies will eventually catch up, because the body is like a biofeedback system, and it is constantly reflecting what our thoughts and our belief structure is saying. So it goes into the physical body. So our transformation is creating new structure through many dimensions, including within our physical bodies, as old structures die to form new structures filled with source light, glow up and shine on. We are going to become brighter and brighter and lighter and lighter. And it's going to show. This is one of these new dynamics. I think it's going to really show on the outside, what is filled with source light and what hasn't. And, we have been disconnected from the source light. Every attempt has been made to keep us separate, because when we are with it, then we are with the most, we're with the creative source light, and that is just amazing. Then we have 5 deer, and that's the empowerment from being grounded and balanced evenly in all aspects of our being, returning to nature's substance and remedies for well-being. So nature does have these remedies when we have got out of balance, that we can bring ourselves back into balance with, and in this meditative time we can even quest, and we may find our answers within nature. Eventually we will know again how everything is. We won't need all of these dangerous technologies that are forming. Everything can actually be found in nature, and we can avoid that artificial world which is really, really trying to take us, or that we are really, a lot of people are very attracted to technologies, but it's all within nature. And this is the era that we're returning back to, of unitary consciousness, where our brains are balanced with the left and the right hemisphere. We've literally had to pull ourselves together and retrieve what's been compartmentalized away from us from the trauma of our past. Okay, when we go to 6 star, that's the 8th night. This is the flow of harmony within our being. It continues to raise our vibration, and we continue to rise with Pachamama, who is Mother Earth. Then 7 water, 9, it's the 9th night in the 12 alligator NIGHTWAVE. This is a very reflective energy with profound sensitivity. So we may offer any sense of debt, lack or conflict to source in healing fires of transformation. And when we do get in touch with our senses, that's where we find, what is that debt, what is that lack, what is it that I'm sensing, what is it that I'm feeling that I can give into those healing fires of transformation. And then we start the new day, the new 9-day phase, which is changing direction at the very bottom of the sine wave of night. And this is an 8 dog. This is amazing. I love this energy. This is courage and soul tribe. Spirit is integrating justice in our new beginnings. This will extend towards justice unfolding throughout the outer worlds too, that are aligning with the will of nature's dream for natural abundance. Now, I actually saw something from Cliff High, who's a remote viewer from way back, and yeah, there's a lot of truth that I find that can come through him, you know, especially when people see things as they are. And but this is more specific, but it does look like what could be in the works is the actual justice system that's based on the artificial worlds, and the Masonic order could start falling. But this is also while nature's justice, the natural law and the universal law, is starting to take precedence. So I thought that was quite amazing. Anyway, we shall see what happens. But it's about remaining courageous and heart-centered, and considering soul tribe and the expansion of soul-aligned common unity, the emphasis on being and dreaming solutions. There is need to release controlling our situations with our minds and really trusting, because if we are going to move through these massive big changes that we have known this reality for so long, it's going to make a big impact on our inner world as well. Dogs are sensual and sensitive and respond to what they feel and sense. Primal trust is necessary at this time, no matter what shows up. So let's encourage one another, share food and nurture one another. You know, I really feel like this share food, really planting our food, getting it going, getting nature's ways going, it could be really necessary as the system crumbles and falls down. Our way back is through nature, and part of that is going to be feeding ourselves. I mean, I know now that I am living much more on source light as a cosmic source of energy, and I need very little food compared to what I used to need. But the food that we can have could be really good light food that we grow and tend in our own gardens with intention, with love. This is all the way of returning back to nature. It's like consciously being in nature. And so I know that we have to have a place to actually live for that. If we don't, I recommend seed sprouting. Have it in your car, have a seed sprouter in your car, something, because I think there have been attempts by the whole system to even really tax the whole availability to food. So we do have to find our own ways, and in our meditations and in our questings we may see these things which will bring us back, to doing what's real and what's sort of grounded and what's earthy. So 8, that was 8 dogs. So now on to 9 monkey. That's the dark moon energy, and this is a light and playful, curious energy that repatterns our lives and weaves a new fabric of reality. So pure magic based on innocence, purity and natural justice. So we are magical beings, and magic is known, and it's been very hidden, like the way of the secret societies and all those that stand behind government is magical, where they have used energies, very dark, dense energies. But we can also use the highest of the high, the most pure magic with just our intention, our love, just as we're guided to. There's no woo-woo about it. It's just like, you know, shit, I care about you. I care about my reality. I want to send some love your way, you know, and it's just pure and natural. And it does involve the justice. Like every now and then we can get quite pissed off with the system and how it's been trying to hijack us. And that energy can actually be a fuel to say, I don't consent. And we revoke and we rebuke what was put in place. And that actually is a way where the system is crumbling. Yeah, and then we go to 10 Road. And this is, Road is the timekeeper of destiny. Like, when, you know, this energy is very much about the rhythm and the pace, and what we recognize is that with these energies, these, you know, like the yugas that come through from India, like that sacred knowledge there, and then there's the great cycles with the Maya, you know, like things are destined. We actually chose a destiny, and it's actually our destiny that gives us the purpose to move forward. So destiny unfolds with rhythm, pace, and frequency. Be with the pace that your being is in step with. It's taking you on a journey that matters, while the destiny gives life purpose for forward movement. This life is actually highly intentional. It is for many of us releasing ourselves from the slavery system, from the matrix, which has been the illusion, and back into the natural ways. So it is, like when you really tune in, you spend a lot of time in the unified field, you just see how everything is mapped out. And I know some astrologers that are really, really in tune with how it's even being mapped out within those secret society orders. Like it does come in there because that was a Babylonian system that was built by the priesthood too, that does hold the pattern, does hold the rhythm and the pace. Yeah, so it shows up very much in astrology as well. When it comes to the Mayan energies, we're really dealing with the pure source energies that come through the sun, and as that being the consciousness that can evolve us. So it's kind of like going with the energy that's arriving rather than dealing with the energies that have already come into form. But yeah, they both have a place. So 11 Read is night 13, and this is the resolution of ethical causes that may be addressed in our dreams and meditations, which leads to common unity with soul tribes and communities. Like Read is very much a soul tribe or a community kind of energy. It is about, you know, the families, it's about the people around us, it's about us, it's about us really standing up and being that connection between heaven and earth, like pillars in our societies, in our communities, without all the mental programming of the matrix. Then we go to 12 Jaguar, the wisdom of shamanic questing with nature, questing for justice and natural solutions. We may simply allow the answers to come to us as we make our quest themes intentional and known to source. It's like with our consciousness, we can really put ourselves firmly back into the driver's seat. We have a being. Our being has a purpose, and you know, we ask the questions that we need to find. We get guided. Like meditation is just one of the best things. Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's the way. It is actually one of nature's way. You see how much an animal will lie and rest and be while they're in the presence of nature, and you know, their consciousness is working with nature. I'm absolutely sure of that. Then we got 13 Eagle, and we ascend up in our vibration more towards sovereign wisdom as we gain grand perspectives relating to the global vision that is one with nature. Okay, so we choose which one we want to tune into. And we can really rise above the other things and get a clearer picture of what is real, what is what. And then we move into a new trecena for the last 3 days of this night wave, which is owl. Beautiful energy. This is sovereignty. It's our warrior, peaceful warrior strength. So sovereignty is seen and found through our ability to travel through the dimensions of our being as a fearless and peaceful warrior, looking into the realms of truth, where there are no lies. The illusion is really very much in the 3D and the 4D. I think it does ooze into other dimensions as well, but it is of the lower dimensions. So as we connect in with our being on the other dimensions, we get to see a lot of truth, and it's like we can literally draw that truth into the lower parts of our being and really travel. And then we've got 2 earth, and this is the choice to share knowledge in our now moments with the earth, who is the keeper of all knowledge, rather than gaining knowledge through artificial intelligence, which may discount what is natural and organic. I think the artificial intelligence is really like a combination of what's the most popular thought that goes. It can very, very quickly look at all sorts of algorithms and all sorts of things and what people think, but it will always marginalize a whole lot of people. Where in nature, it's not about marginalizing, it's actually about embracing the authenticity of every being and their purpose. So yeah, quite a different way. And then the last day of this night wave is 3 knife, which is a good cut energy. So we are activated to cut away what is not of natural sovereignty, as it is clearly reflected back to us, and it is always clearly reflected back to us as we travel through dimensions. We meditate, we see, we take time to be in the unified field. We get to know our being at deeper and deeper and deeper levels, and it's infinite. So it's definitely a journey. So just a little note about these messages. They're not channeled from anything. They're just from my meditations within the unified field of consciousness, my experiences, how everything comes together, noticing quantums, seeing patterns, connecting with the codes. They are intuitive perspective based on experiences relating to the 9th wave time, sacred mind calendar energies in connection with Mother Earth. Which I see as the life force source and planetary materialization of consciousness. It's matter, what comes from, what is seeded through Father Sky, who is the source of the energetic light frequencies from the cosmic axis. So pretty incredible stuff. I'm so happy I have discovered it. This is the source of the highest states that I experience, and I also experience the others because I'm a human being, healing, changing, and also releasing myself from the captivity of this matrix, which has held its place for a very long time. But this is the time where a whole bunch of us can get free if we really want to. So these messages will only connect with a few. Together we're actually strong because it's nature's energy, nature, source, the highest of the high frequencies. And so if we are part of that, we're sharing in those frequencies. It's intended for entertainment purposes, and so let's entertain the unified field with our consciousness. It's really up to everybody who listens to just take on what they see, what they want. It's not up to me. I'm just a messenger delivering what I get through these meditations and what I see, but they are the sacred energies of source as they evolve through the solar sun each day. So much love to you, and I hope you travel really well through these times, which are, in some ways, it's not getting any easier, but when we've really got back into our intuition and our moments in the now, our certainty on how to live is really increased, and we become much secure, and like our connection with Source just becomes really tangible, very real. So much love to you.